Sorry. What does your dream
Breathe till he
life?
sits down. That's what you're drinking.
Very low, yes.
It's really lacking.
What does your dream life look like?
Usually kind of weird, like things jump around, the plot doesn't make sense, people show up that I don't recognize, but I know who they are. It's very off.
I don't think that was the intention of the question.
What? What? Misinterpreting something on Tumblr? Nobody ever does that.
Now, what are your dreams about?
Dream life. This is a description. It wasn't like a specific dream. Just giving the overall impression.
My dream life involves either not working or working a handful of hours at a local coffee shop, and then otherwise being a housewife, feeding the people that live in the house, planting a garden, taking care of the people who live in my home, cleaning, etc. Like a couple hours a week, so I have like outside contact with the world, so I still make some money for personal purchases, but like, you know, hey, everyone goes to work at 7, so I'm gonna have breakfast ready. Like, just, yeah. I would
feel
love
like
to be a modern feminist housewife.
I feel like
Who's also
maybe,
like, you do the dishes!
maybe having dinner ready is more your
Okay.
speed.
Alright, judgy.
I'm not judging.
Yeah,
I'm just-
I mean, I guess it would depend on what time everyone needed to get up.
You said 7 o'clock.
Okay, but if I didn't have a job, and my whole job consisted of feeding the family.
You would get up
She
at
could
6
get up
o'clock
at
to
7
make
and then
breakfast.
go back to
Depends on
bed.
what you can,
and
like
then
what
back
people
up
wanted for
lunch.
breakfast. If it's like everyone wants some scrambled eggs, it happens.
She could
It
go
has-
back to bed for 6 hours in between. There's not another
Also
meal for that.
No, I mean, like, when I don't have to work, like, initially my schedule is, like, I'm gonna stay up late because I'm a natural night owl. But also, like, especially during the summer. Like, during the winter, it's a little different. But during the summer, where, like, I could be in the garden or doing yard work or be, like, outside or doing things during the day is different from, like, winter where I'm, like, oh, okay, well, I'm not shoveling the driveway, so what am I gonna do in the house? And then I have different hobbies. And so, like, maybe during the deep winter of Wisconsin, you make your own goddamn bagel. But, like, yeah. Currently, right now, my envisioned life is I'm not working, but I'm doing yard work, and I'm harvesting plants from the garden, and I've got just I'm a homesteading housewife.
Some sort of commune thing where I can go off to my own space, but also we can come together and eat and read books and shits. I don't know exactly the thing, but I mean,
A commune where everyone
nice.
has their own little mini house. Small houses. Where, like, you still have your own personal space, but there's, like, a common area
makes sense.
where, like, you can have book club. Or, like, hey, I can come to you for dinner, but I can also go to my own little hole.
Mhm.
Solid. So I'm working in the main house of the commune. Making the dinner.
I mean, you are amazing.
I'm fine.
What's the next question?
You didn't answer.
I answered first.
Oh, you did.
Sort of. You interpreted the question, I guess. What is your next tattoo? And to be fair, he technically has a tattoo like only a couple of years
Just
old,
got
so
it. But you're gonna have to take your shirt off to show everybody.
I am not because
Or at least
tell
it's got the
tell
big
folks about
pocket
it.
of stuff under the
fine. That's
Tell
fair.
folks about it. At
You
least.
want to show it off when it's
when it looks like people can see it. Yes, right
not like
now
I
you
just
can't
got
see
it. It's still got weird shit on it.
Yes. It is a set of dice in red,
No,
blue.
wait. This is your next tattoo.
Okay. She said describe it, but if
I mean,
want my
both.
next
Do
one.
both. Do both.
So the one I just got is a set of dice. It is in red, black, and blue. And then for the poly flag with yellow numbers and then a infinity heart on the face of the 20. And it says polyhedral underneath it.
So what's your next one?
Man, I don't know. Probably something nerdy.
No.
Maybe I'll just get. Ooh. I could get several Star Wars things.
Tori, what about you?
I want a bunny and the
No.
infinity heart on my left hip. And my brain wants something on my right hip. Partly because I'm like, well, I already have a scar there and I already know, I broke it. So I'm assuming that a tattoo won't hurt worse than, the fact that I broke my fucking hip. So. But I don't know what I want there yet. I know I want a bunny and an infinity heart poly symbol on the left hip, but I'm not for sure what I want on the right hip yet. I just sort of kind of want something there because, whatever. Thanks.
So I have 2 different sleeves planned. But the next one I want to get, and I haven't decided which sleeve I want to be on which arm. One of them is going to be like a geek sleeve. And the other one is going to be like a hobbies, this is me sleeve. So the next tattoo I plan to get, either on the left or right arm, is the top portion to about here. And it's a cooking tattoo. And so the inspiration one I found is in black and white, but I want it in color. And it's like a cast iron frying pan or like a frying pan, and it's got a bunch of different like basic vegetables, like some chopped garlic. There's a knife. It's got like some peppers or whatever. But it's like a kitchen cooking tattoo. Is going to be either this arm or this arm. I'm kind of leaning towards this arm for the hobby tattoo and this arm for the geek sleeve, but but that one's going to be a very serious tattoo and like several sessions and several $100, so I may or may not get a smaller one between now and then because I've got tattoo fever. But that's my current plan.
If money wasn't an issue, what pets would you have?
I should either go first or last because I have a lot.
Go ahead.
I would get a horse. I would, ideally, be, we live in the suburbs right now, but, ideally, I would have a horse in, the backyard. With, a bunch of acres. Where I could, also, to be fair, my horse training knowledge is limited. So this is, a pre-trained, a brown quarter horse with a white forehead that I could just, go out and ride. And, trail ride through the forest, or just be an open field, and I'm we're gonna gallop. I'd also get a dog. I go between breeds for what I want, between a lab, or we live in a good area for a husky because it's cooler up here. But also, they require, a lot of time and attention, so I'm, worried about, good dog owner-ness of that. I also want, a Tibetan Mastiff. Just a big mouse. I want mouse. Also, I want a snake. I really want a snake. I love snakes so much. But I need to learn more about snake care. Because the extent of my snake care knowledge comes from biology class. Where we once watched it eat a mouse. And otherwise I just got to hold it. And it just like, put it around my neck and it just like curled up into my hair and it was amazing. I want a horse, a dog, and a snake.
What do you want? My answer is going to be boring.
It's okay. I just had 3. You can be boring in the middle.
None. I don't want pets. I don't enjoy taking care of animals. I just don't.
No pets?
No pets.
There isn't a single pet in the whole planet you'd be like, that's kind of cool to have. Assuming money is no object. Because that was part of the question. So theoretically you could hire someone to take care of it.
Then what's the point of owning a pet?
They cuddle you on the couch.
But I don't want that.
Fine. Boring. Tori.
Told you.
No,
You
I
did.
recently had a doggo, and that would potentially be nice to have again. Because the cats.
Only one is really a cuddler.
I am okay with sort of whatever. I am chill with either a bunch of pets or no pets. I am just sort of chill with them. Cause I
What
don't
kind of dog do you
necessarily-
like?
I had some bulldogs previously, and those are nice. They
Is
were
it simple
English.
dogs?
Bulldogs.
They were
English bulldogs?
Technically, she was. The most recent one was a American bulldog and had a little bit of brindle in her. And technically, we had a bulldog before her who was basically almost looked like her. They aren't related, but they look very similar. So they are very cute.
I had a good friend that had an English bulldog. The only thing I worry about with bulldogs is like proper breeding. And like normally I'm like, okay, breeding's not important. But with bulldogs,
You do have to be careful.
you have to be careful because otherwise they can't fucking breathe.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of like, breathing and structural issues with bulldogs, which is like, I love bulldogs. They're so cute. They're so cuddly. They've got the cute little faces with their little chops. But yeah.
To be fair, the ones we had were technically American bulldogs, but they had a little bit of brindle in them, so they had a little bit of the brown spots, but they were mostly white.
Oh, okay.
What's the next one?
Where are we on time?
13 minutes. So we got time.
What was your first job? And I feel like this is too much to answer while I am drunk because it is too close to too many security questions. So no, I am sorry. You're not getting that. Love y'all.
Fair. I bagged groceries at an IGA. Good tips. I got to talk to people. Got really good at bagging groceries. Non-judgmental of other people who bag groceries like shit.
I was a referee for a youth basketball league. And all of the terms in that can be said to be used loosely because it was a very youth league. We're talking like 5 to 8 year olds. And really it was just their parents showed up and dropped them off at the gym in the morning for 4 hours. So really we were
To play
just
basketball for
we
4
were just
hours?
babysitting in the summer.
Did they ever make a shot?
There were a couple of kids
Were
who...
they actual, like, regulation basketball hoops or, like...
Oh yeah, this was the high school gym.
And they're 4-year-olds.
Not 4, 5 to 8.
Oh, okay. Okay, still.
Yeah, no,
Coming
most
from no one
most of
taller than
them-
Cadence.
most of them could not make a shot at all. There were a
So
couple
basically
of
just
them.
ran around the gym and threw the ball at each other.
Yep, yeah, that's what it was. And we had boxes of the old high school jerseys to give them. So one, they're like super heavy cotton jerseys that are like, yeah, they smell horrible, and they're 14 sizes too big on these kids.
Oh god.
So they look like they're
Wearing
wearing
little dresses.
yeah, and they're just running up and down, having a blast.
It's like kids soccer.
And
They
we
all
would-
just
We would. It was me and 3 other guys who were on the basketball
Oh.
team, which is why we got hired to do this. And so we're just watching them run
hired or
around.
volunteered.
We
Like, they were like,
applied.
you guys do.
We were city employees. We worked for the city.
Oh really?
Yeah, this was a legitimate W-2 job.
Dang. What was your title?
Youth basketball referee.
I love you so much.
But yeah, we would take turns. Like, okay, whose day is it to go into the locker room and sleep on the couch?
How many? There are 3 of you.
4.
4. Okay. How old were you?
16.
Was your first job at 16?
Yeah.
I need to see a picture of 16-year-old you so I can picture you with these
It's
adorable children.
it's the thing. I think that's all the time we got right now.
He's probably
It is.
time
We're
to
at
pause.
16 minutes.